Hey guys, so the NAIRO and ZACK scandal has resurfaced today because NAIRO has returned to Twitter and broken his silence on the issue and posted a statement about what he says actually happened. Now, if you are affected and are very sensitive to talk about sexual abuse, please don't watch any further because it might upset you. So those of you who don't know, ZACK and NAIRO are a couple of famous gamers, and earlier this year ZACK accused NAIRO of sexual abuse. And he posted screenshots of messages NAIRO had sent him and screenshots of payments NAIRO had made to him to keep him quiet. And now NAIRO's decided to say, well, what he believes is what happened. So I've got the statement up here on the screen, and I'll read you a little bit of it and we can see what we make of it. So here it is. Hey everyone, I'm so sorry for how long this took. I've had an attorney retained since July 2020 and I'm planning to take legal action. He says he posted a 30-page document, I'm saving it for court, and he wanted to address some important parts. Now I do have to say, in many ways, with all the stuff that surfaces on the internet, I'm glad he's actually got a lawyer. Because we've had several scandals erupt this year, and it seems like these people don't have lawyers. And I get it, lawyers are very expensive, but my advice is, if you don't have a lawyer, don't say anything until you can sit down and make a proper statement that cannot be legally misinterpreted. Because we've had Benji and JJ, we've had Atticus, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's best to just zip up until you can write something that's legally, airtight before you put anything online. Because NAIRO did what a lot of other people do. He says here, he says, ZACK's allegations are all completely false. When it came out, I saw how everyone threw me aside so quickly. Everything I've been repressing broke me. If my friends weren't willing to hear out my side, why would anyone else? In my panicked, emotional state, I gave up, told a friend to write a vague apology and posted it. I mean, why would you do that? Would you trust any of your friends to write an apology on your behalf? I wouldn't trust any of my friends to do that. I just think, what if they wrote something really dumb? Terrible. But that's what he did. And that's why people probably got more angry with him than they should have done. He goes on to say, the truth is I was never in a relationship with ZACK, nor was I ever interested in him. ZACK is touchy with his friends, leaning on them and lying on their laps, so I never thought deeply about it. What? ZACK is touchy with his friends, leaning on them and lying on their laps? I don't know about you, but if any of my male friends decided to lie down on my lap, I'm getting up. That is not the kind of behaviour that is weird. I mean, unless, maybe, I don't know. Let me just state, I'm not gay, so maybe they are, and that's normal, but for me, no. Well, I'm married as well, so I can't have a man or a woman lie on my lap now, unless it's my wife. This conversation, which I'm having with you, is now getting into a really weird place. Right, so let's carry on. So, he says here, Saturday of CEO Dreamland, which is the big event, ZACK and his friend told me they booked their hotel incorrectly and now needed a place to stay for the rest of the weekend. His friend had already found someone to stay with, but no one would take ZACK and they told me he'd be stranded otherwise. With that reason, they told me I was his last option, and so I reluctantly agreed to let ZACK stay in my room. We slept in our own separate beds, but I woke up to ZACK molesting me. I freaked out, terrified, my body froze up, and he forcefully performed... Sorry, I spat a bit there. Let me do that again, because it's a bit weird when I'm talking about oral sex. Look, let's just go back a bit. Yeah. Right, so I freaked out, terrified. My body froze up and he forcefully performed oral sex on me. I yelled at him to stop, but he refused, and he only stopped once I managed to push him off me. I was so shaken up by everything, what he just did, his betrayal of my trust in letting him stay, that I just shut down. How strange. Just think, what kind of madness is this? Can I share a room with you? Yes. Oh, I'm going to perform oral sex on you. Right. Can't you just sleep on the sofa? It's just weird, isn't it? It's strange. On Sunday, ZACK attempted to touch me again without warning, and I rejected him, listing that this was illegal, and I felt disgusted about yesterday. He kept pressuring me despite my pleas. When I told ZACK to leave, he threatened to expose me, saying he'd tweet out that we did sexual things. So basically this all kind of tied in. You can read the whole statement for yourself. He goes into some detail, but not loads of detail because he can't. But he is pretty, but it gets worse actually as he goes on. he does see something down here, and I'm just wondering about this, because unless I'm being an absolute idiot, which has happened many times before, I don't know about this. It says here, after the allegations came out, I was so crushed at how my silence had been worthless in the end and broke down, eventually opening up to my brother and closest friends about my story. That was when I learned that what had happened to me did have a word. I was raped. The cold hard truth was that ZACK had raped me and blackmailed me. Okay, so am I missing something here? Because he says he was molested by him, performed oral sex, but I thought rape was forced sexual intercourse, not oral sex. I mean, I hate to get pedantic, but I thought legally that was the case. I don't know. Is it? I'm not asking because I'm guilty of it, by the way. I'm just asking because I thought... Right. He says here, I was encouraged to seek therapy, and currently I have 2 therapists that I have been with for months. They, as professionals, taught me much about sexual assault and reaffirmed that what happened to me was rape. Okay, well maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I've got the wrong definition of rape. How strange. Okay. Alright. I mean, it's very sad, isn't it? He's obviously had an effect on him. You know. I mean, I suppose the saddest part here is he says, here at the end, he says, I've lost all of that. My friends, my team, my ability to compete, my Twitch stream, my future. I lost my entire life to these horrible lies and thought of ending it all. But I'm now glad I didn't continue to go down that path. So he's obviously contemplated suicide. To my closest friends who stuck by me, and to the few people who reached out to me, you have no idea how grateful I am to you. You are the reason I'm still here today. It is sad, isn't it, when you think about it? Because just that one incident, you think to yourself, if he had not had to share a room with ZACK, then none of this could have really have happened. It was that one moment that did that. I mean, hey, like I say, it's a difficult one because you think, well, normally people say, well, side with the victim. But the trouble is, judging by his statement here, he's come out and said, well, I'm the victim, when we all thought ZACK was the victim. So it's a bit of a tough one. How do you feel about this? Is he telling the truth? Would he make a statement like this and be lying? What do you think? Have a read for yourself. If you go on Twitter, you can find it. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.